day and welcome to the program Midday Show with a commentary from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You see most of the get we on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl with support from Osiwa and powered by Africell. My name na Abdullah Glawi, they bring you this edition of the program Midday Show, and like all time inside this program we get plenty news, information and entertainment. So stay with me inside the next 1 hour for the program, but you can be part of them by way how you go send text message to the number 077-981-981 or go on our Facebook page Radio Democracy 98.1 FM and send we comments there. At the same time, you go view all the action them inside the studio. The program they continue and na Midday Show, and this afternoon I want for welcome to the studio Elizabeth Sise, we na PRO for the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology. It is also this afternoon for tell we about developments them and other things that would happen na the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology. Good afternoon, Elizabeth, and welcome to the program Midday Show.
Good afternoon, Abdullah. Good afternoon, listeners.
Okay, continue for the with inside the program. We go inside the program proper and bring you with first issue side the CEO and founder for the Don Airy Elegance Makeup Cherryberry say the training way it organized for over 50 disabled women them in the country. Now way for empower them women them yeah, so that they go able to get something for do, so that they go able for take care of themselves. Well, for more on this, let we join we own intern reporter Cherino Jallo.
Well, bring them come together because I can salon, so I can for launch my makeup brand. But at the same time, I can for work with them and for give them a trade in makeup and hairdressing. So I don't make them register 60 of them. So I decided for bring them all can together today. I can't tell them the purpose to make a day, because at the end of the day, I can bring this program can to them, but then they're not willing. So I want to know how much they're willing and how receptive them be towards waiting we plan for can do with them.
In name na Cherry Marshall, and in the CEO and founder for the Don Airy Elegance Makeup brand. We will talk about the training we send organized for over 50 women them where they live with disability in the country. We say this training get for start April and end November this year. Cherry Marshall continues say the reason why make you do this now for empower women them where they live with disability in the country.
The reason for this now for helping them make them come on our street. As you see when you self car, you see they all get picking them as well. And even now I feel them a free education, but because then they a wheelchair, they never get trade, then picking and the fella then go on our street for go big. So by the end of this program, we feel say then go on learn something, then go on learn hairdressing. And to be honest, yesterday I meet with them. Some of them already know how to do hair. So now for just kind of enhance that more and try to put them in the society and encourage them, say where they work, it better pass where they in the streets they big.
Cherry Marshall carry on for talk about the different makeup skills them where they get forget to the woman they are. And self say they go try for see how best. They go for lobby for the woman they are. For make them go get to work after them go through this training here.
We give them a full makeup training and hairdressing training. Then they learn all things so that they will get the full package for going to the community and for able for begin work and earn money. By the time they go before this training, we try for get for liaise with even the government and try for liaise with the hairdressing institution. Say the woman they are don't train, so make them they employ them, make them they call them for like I work for them. So at the end of the day, if they never give them money, step and the big then go big. Then go for give them money for the walkway, then they do.
Now this make I've been talk to some disabled women them we get for benefits from this training.
I'm name is Takama. I feel so good because I privileged for me with persons with disabilities. Where this training will be an impact in our life and family and picking. And I hope say this program will be a successful program where it will bring changes in our life. If I learn addressing, I will get me money, I will plant, then I will save money for myself, way I will buy something for myself, way I don't go down street to for go big. I lash me and fix. I just like I know what I see, especially the man I can see about man when they fix her. Well, they could try to Papa government for making support this program.
I'm in Michael F. Jaka from House of Jesus, chair lady. This program, I feel proud. I'm glad with this program don't come because you know easy Well, actually, I want to specialize in makeup because addressing, I don't go far. I beg to government and they are made a help this man. They able help him. May this program go continue because then back they try for me disabled and come on and street.
Zainab Kamara, me na the president for the disabled women then at the committee. I feel very good and I feel fulfilled. If possible, disabled no mean to say enough for learn skills and enough for able to give back to the society. So if this skill come, it will help them and it will help the community the way they fend themselves as well. Really, I like for do nails, manicure, pedicure. You know, I would really like for be specialized on that side.
For Seka all this, make the woman also end up tell plenty thank you to Cherry Marshall for this kind initiative. As they say, they're ready for participate in this training and will make sure so they give them best. For the Society for Radio Democracy, me, na Chegno Jalo.
The program is still listening to now mid the show and it come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Be part of them. Send text message to the number 077 981 981. Maybe they bring them to you this afternoon. I name Abdullah Blah. And as I be introduced Elizabeth Sise, we na public relations officer na the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology. They also this afternoon for tell we issues them about recent development na this college when one of the polytechnic them and college them would try to develop into a standard college na the country. Welcome again to the program, Elizabeth.
Thank you very much, Abdullah.
Yes. Somebody where they listen, we maybe you don't say we forget information about the Milton Magai College. Maybe not the old system, maybe you know about things and maybe they happened 1 or 2 years back. Just bring we up to speed, but things them where they on floor with na recent development na this college.
Well, Abdullah, Milton Magai is already a standard institution. But in everything, there is room for improvement, and we are on a transformation. As you know, now a new principal they lead we right now, and that principal is Dr. Philip John Kanu. Though he's not a new person in the college because he's son of the soil. Now somebody we now they studying, now they doing HTC, now they doing beard, and he be even worked there for years. So he's not a strange man, not a gone. And so the kind of way we Milton Magai be the years back, we like them in the study, they look he come, he say no, this not to our left me college. So many changes been done there, you know. The college been done, they go back. Somehow like they drop form and standard, the way how them be used for no Milton Magai. First time when Milton Magai produce products them, you know, then they hunt for them. You know, we're hearing stories about people coming to Milton Magai for intern students, lab technicians, their first choice at Milton Magai, the hotel people, they'll check out with Milton Magai for them to give them their students, their graduates, and all that. But within the past years, we've been on the fall from Dande. So when he come and say no, and he gets a slogan where he gives us say Milton Magai, to make Milton Magai great again, and on that path, they we all the work. So right now, if you go na Milton Magai, if you don't go this on time, it don't take 1-2 years where you go there, you go stand up for something, you go even left your mouth open for safe now this right side you this because really transformation is taking place. You don't do the outside force, you know, the infrastructure, try for build them up back, the one that have been done, they fall down, make them back, you know, keeping the campus clean and all that thing. And also for the students then, because one thing we always say is you get two clients when are the students and the staff. And he's there to make them happy, make them comfortable to work and learn in a conducive environment. And the students, especially Milton Magai, not to a strange place for like 98.1, you know, because there are times hoping we can get them snipers and they can go past, we can just say, yeah, now radio. You know how they see the deployable condition with the students and they live in, toilet facilities, their hostels, them, and all. But now call the students and let you talk to them. It not happen completely yet, but SSF don't they see the smoke and not say yes, something big is going to happen because like right now, renovation they go on at the toilet and not to any kind toilet then give them, you know, it's a modern one, it's a comfortable one where you go able to for sit on the surface and say, take your notes and read 1 hour if you don't sit inside.
So yes, talking about infrastructure now, one concern, myself, we don't go there at some point where students them raise concern about infrastructure and all. How this sustainable or how this be holistic, because you don't talk say a day on the process now, the refurbishment of the toilet and other parts them at the college for make it more conducive for students them? How this could be sustainable?
Something good is coming up. We already have the Badia project waiting in the pipeline for CAM. We're in the not for only renovate the present hostels or staff quarters them, but for give additional. And this is why we the fight for regain. We lost lands them because it's not a new thing. We know some Magai lost so many lands from the community people them don't grab land. And so we really fight them hard now for regain. We land there. We don't try small. Like the one outside the stone miners, them don't already make their own. With them they do stone mining, they were not able to remove them. They peacefully, we are in no bloodshed, no fighting, no happening. And we hope say we go able forget the remaining lands them where people them don't take from because we really need them. We get a bigger aspiration. We're not for the Milton Magaiton or Polytechnic University. And for that we really need more infrastructure. So we really need we land them. We already with the principal will get already did lobby for people them for can help we. Not to everything. The government is doing its part. The government don't help we greatly. Then they will not go like, but we need more. So like we always they call on past students of the college, the alumni, for let us come on board and help Milton Magai. Let we able for
quickly in terms of infrastructure, where you talk about learning equipment them, the lab, but the other things them way computers and other things them we go make learning environment be conducive or let the students and not just do theory but practical one are very important. How far the college don't go with that?
Well, we really don't go far because even the nickname with the students and they already get the principal is a talk and do principal, a talk and do administration. You need for civil lab. I can boastfully say we get the best lab, not only in Sierra Leone, but maybe even in the sub region. With science lab, we get equipment them and more than at the high sea where they come. As I tell you, the principal, the lobby, you go now with library. The library be done, they offer something like over a year. But when you come, you say no. This is not going to happen. Students are not going to do the another side for go read. And so if we don't go and refurbish the library and then they save back again, we get more books, we get for added to there. You take, for instance, now the Congo Coast campus, we have workshops there. For the carpentry, there's a carpentry workshop. For those that are doing automobile, there's an automobile workshop. For those that are doing
access to them in the work with
of
them?
Course, for those that are doing renewable energy, all these are for students' practicals. Okay. All this, even though we might be doing some work for the public, for instance, somebody comes say, "Oh, I need chairs." We're able to produce table and chairs. So we might do that work, but the work is there for the students. We have the professionals we're able to do them. When they teach the students them everything where we teach the practical side of it also, the students and the benefits greatly from it.
Continue for the way to be inside the program. I name Elizabeth Sise, in a public relations officer for the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology. It is also for tell we about recent improvements them, but this college. And the program you listen to na mid the show, it comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. You see most of the gets we online on www.radiodemocracy.sl with support from Musiwa and powered by AfriCell. You can be part of the program. Send text message to the number 077-981-981. Well, we take another material inside the program beside the Chief Executive Officer and human rights expert na Art SL, where na one human rights organization of the country. Sheka B.A. Mansare don't say one way for make Salone election process them get good name back after waiting don't happen this BNTM na the country local council election them for make for make President Julius Maada sack the chairman for the National Electoral Commission NEC Mfa Ali Conte, but he said no to the APC party for make this kind of call now because now from the time when the APC party in power, all the issue them yaso but election business that NEC been start. Shekabi Emansare talk more about this to me inside this interview.
The National Electoral Commission, headed by Mfa Ali Conte, in we strong sense, dumb kind of position Sierra Leone in democratic credentials to a very large question mark. And it also disheartening for land say with democratic process go be derailed with the outcome of local elections, particularly that of Tonko. It's sad for land say political parties them that includes the APC and the NGC, they they threaten for boycott with elections, which gets a human right factor, a political right to say. Because once you get political parties then we boycott national elections, don't disenfranchise a certain set of Sierra Leoneans and then we go support them particularly. And from that point of view, we they condemn NEC in the greatest term for make sure say waiting happen at Tonko no get a semblance of with national democratic credentials.
Okay, so you say as an organization they condemn NEC. One go say NEC conduct the election, they give everybody platform for campaign and put candidates and the election will go on without violence. It been happen and they may call a winner. And any election, mostly one they will not can win, can get position them where can criticize. One go say this normal na any election. Why condemn NEC?
NEC by this time for be ashamed for continue for even defend the weaknesses at the Tonkolimba elections, because the counting process, even at a given point, where then they suspend the counting process, for go and come back and can continue, will not happen. Now complete disregard for the constitutional practices. Also, they will also be ashamed for defend themselves for use 2 different years, 2018 and 2019, for a given election. That could not be any error, for me deliberate. And I want to make a very clear, say, at Sierra Leone as an institution, they call on NEC for make them launder the dirty learnings before they do all other elections. And we also they call on the presidency, His Excellency President Bio, for make sure, say, then get a complete overhaul of the NEC administration if we want to maintain this country in democratic credentials.
NEC na just a referee, not to a player, so to speak, and most of the things that would happen na Tonkolimba, not to NEC do them. Somebody we want for go do double voting and other things them. One goes not to NEC do them, and NEC pull a press release. Say if anybody or political party we're not happy but waiting go on or not glad or not satisfied with what NEC do as an institution for go na court. One go say NEC don't open the platform or don't left themselves for be scrutinized or for test the work they do na the court instead of for lay organization them, political party them for they criticize them the way how they do now.
How long NEC go wait for make them take them to court in a legal system where we justice process very slow and inconclusive in so many cases? For example, let we go back to the national elections matters and then we're going to court. We're up till now, I wonder if they sit on them. So NEC knows say the judiciary procedures and the political interference in we legal system go always get them a shoulder bound. So for that reason, they will send you go to court. Christian Atop do am also. We're not fortunate in this country. That is why this is not about Mother Bio's SLPP regime. No, so that's not the point. Because even during the APC, Christian Atop do the same mess. And then they say, "Una go police." And that is why any other person will come, including Nfa Ali today, they do the same mess and they say, "Una go na court." So we are talking about a nation. For me, it's not about political party.
So how you think say this issue will end now that the electioneering process them integrity in the country don't get small question mark based on what they happen? So
it's very simple, yeah. The Constitution gives His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Madabio, for appoint through consultation with other political members a NEC boss. Fire and fire, Mr. President. Okay, and then the APC made them go reorganize their democratic credentials. I mean, they still having a lifetime chairman, where for me, make them very undemocratic, so I can listen to them. So these are the solutions. If you want to come for justice, come with clean hands.
Well, that's na Sheikh Abi Emansare, in a human rights expert and self na the chief executive officer for Art SL, we na a human rights organization na the country. He be end the interview with me, usa a call on the president for sack the NEC boss, but he said no to the APC party for move then kind motion there or then kind suggestion there, so because all them issue them also start the time with the APC party been there na power. Well, the program is they listen to now meet the show and it come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and you see most of the get to you online on www.radiodemocracy.sl with support from Mosiwa and powered by Africell. And maybe they bring them to you and name Abdullah Bla. We still get in the studio Elizabeth Sise, Public Relations Officer na the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology. But before we come to, I'm quickly want for introduce now the studio Patrick Chair, where now the country director for Water Aid Sierra Leone, with an organization where they work with water business and other issues that we get for do with wash. Good afternoon and welcome to the program, sir.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Yes. Water Aid is commemorating or celebrating 10 years of existence in Sierra Leone. Today, of course, I understand it's going to be a week-long celebration, and this is coinciding with the World Water Day, which is going to be tomorrow. First of all, for somebody who is just hearing the name Water Aid, just give us a brief, give us a brief background of your organization, Water Aid.
Okay, thank you again. Water Aid is a UK-based charity focused on water, sanitation, and hygiene to countries with rural population and the most marginalized. Water Aid first came into Sierra Leone in 1986 and constructed over 1,000 boreholes, taps, and toilets. And out of that 1,000, we still have 47% functional, 38% semi-functional, and 18% not functional. We returned to Sierra Leone in 2009 after the assessment, because Water Aid has a model that once we go to a country, we don't leave. We empower the citizens and we turn it over to them to run their own affairs, to demand a right to wash, which is water, sanitation, and hygiene. So over the last 10 years, we've been focusing on 3 districts, Kailahun, Kenema, and Pujahun, and we've been providing wash services to remote populations, which is based on obviously baseline surveys that we do to know who are the most marginalized and people that don't have any access to water. So our work spans both rural and urban. Our urban work is focused on policy, where we look at government influencing, pushing the rights of people at the national level to provide policy that enable them to get access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. But more importantly, we do service delivery work, where we construct actual water wells. We provide training on sanitation and hygiene behavior in schools, communities, and in PHUs. So okay, that's the most crux of Water Aid.
Yeah. So 10 years of your coming back from 1986, you came and left. 1999, you came in again, and you're still here. What's your general assessment as an organization in terms of water availability, water quality, or the water situation in the country, to be specific? Just give us a general snapshot.
The situation in Sierra Leone is not the best, but it's not the worst. Right now, as we speak to you, only 58% that don't have access to clean water of the total population. So that gives you roughly about 2.7 million Sierra Leoneans living without access to clean water.
Based on what survey?
So based on the JMP, the Joint Monitoring Program, which is a survey that we get from all of the agencies in country and all of the WASH actors. Right. So we are saying that, yes, that number is about half. So we can get to the other half. In terms of access, we know the rural area remains the most vulnerable. There are still pockets in Freetown or the urban area that provides, some semblance of access, but there are still no availability. So we're saying we cannot only focus on, the rural area, because everywhere makes Sierra Leone. So we know tackling the rural areas as well as the urban area with other actors will lead to us improving the assessment of water here.
58% of
Sierra Leoneans without access to clean water.
One can say that is alarming to some extent.
It is.
Because if 58% of Sierra Leoneans are deprived of having clean, potable water, it's alarming. What do you think, based on your survey, what do you think, or what did you find out to be the causes for this?
Well, we know that over the years, things are, in terms of development, you have champions for certain areas. And that's one of the areas that was lagging to no fault of anyone. And so in our assessment, we realized in order to reach everyone everywhere by 2030 with clean water, improved sanitation, and better hygiene, we have to do actual construction of water wells. But we have to also influence the government, donors, and other partners to do their bit as well. So in looking at that number and saying it is too much, there's too many people, yes, it's true, but it can be accomplished. So that is linked to the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. And in as much as we are focusing on that, we know that there are short-term and medium-term and long-term solutions. One of the short-term solutions is to provide water purification for communities that currently have access to streams or other water bodies that can be purified for consumption. In the interim, we can also construct water wells and develop other sources of water for them. There are also processes that we have championed over the years that talk about artisanal management of water purification at the local level. But all of that cannot be done just by water aid or the actors alone. So we need the government, who is the driving force behind this, but we as development partners are showing what we call empirical evidences, showing how it should be done, why it should be done, and this is the process.
That brings me to the next question. You've highlighted some of solutions to the problem at hand. What's your relationship with government or other partners in the wash sector to see to it that these solutions that you are preferring are not just shelved or being voiced out, but they are acted upon?
That's a great question. The government is our largest partner because the government allows us to operate in country. So the government provides us the wherewithal through attestations from the line ministry, which is Ministry of Water Resources. We work with Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, because we work in school and at the PHUs. So we work with Ministry of Water Resources as one of our key ministries. And just to let you know that one of the key successes that we share today is being part of the team that led to the establishment of a single ministry, Ministry of Water Resources, through our advocacy and influencing work in 2013. And so we work with the government on developing policies, analyzing current policies that aren't working. What are some of the mechanisms that we can use that are being carried out in other countries we can bring to Sierra Leone? Is it providing capacity support to staff at the Ministry of Water Resources, which we do, to attend international conferences for short courses? Is it to support the National WASH Conference, which we always do as Water Aid? But in addition, advising our line ministry, working closely with them to see what is happening, how can we make the step change that will get us to 2030, everyone in Sierra Leone with access to clean water, sanitation, and hygiene.
You've talked about the government and other line parastatals in the water sector. What about your colleague, donor partners, or organizations that are non-governmental in the wash sector? What's your relationship? Because one is convinced that once there's a concerted effort, some of your or most of your recommendations will be acted upon.
Great, because we do not work in silos. We work with other actors. For example, our largest donor is DFID, which provide us with about 90% of our funding. We also are part of the affiliate member of the Freetown WASH Consortium. We work with the ministries, we work with the local council, where all WASH actors gather every month at the district levels, and also nationally. We discuss policy issues. We look at preparations for the government to engage, for example, in the sanitation conference that was held in Delhi. What is our contribution? How are we supporting government as a collective through donor enabling, through partnership, collaboration, and that all is part of our sector strengthening. So working with the council, making them to understand how to demand their rights, which now filter into their development plans, as well as taking national plans and policy and fitting it into their plans. So it is a two-way approach, from the bottom up and from the top down.
Okay.
We'll meet in the middle.
stay with us in the program. In name na Patrick Chia, in a country director for Water Aid Sierra Leone, and it also this afternoon for talk about the work way the organization done the do, and same way so for talk on issue them for do with water business na the country usai tomorrow na World Water Day we country them na the world they come together for celebrate. We'll talk more about that when we come to one later, but we continue with the program Midday Show. It comes from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we will bring them to you. And name Abdullah Bla. Be part of the program by way how you go send text message to the number 077-981-981. We push the program go before, and now we take another issue we get for do with young people and we how them forget thing for do. The car wash project under the Ministry of Youth Affairs, a project where they for make work day for young people in the country as way for make themselves engage in something what they do for give themselves strength or empowerment. This make the Deputy Minister of Youth Affairs, Gud Salone, say the car wash project they help for reduce the rate of unemployment, and they talk more about this inside this interview where the ministry go do on the spot check na the different car wash center them na Black Street, Regent, Grafton, Wellington and other area them where the ministry don't build for young people in the country.
If you can recall, the Excellency Julius Maada, President Julius Maada, will talk and say it's going to empower the youth of this country, and the youth are going to be central both in terms of development and security. So therefore, we talked and say already there is an existing structure where youth them they use for take care of the livelihood in the car wash project. So now we talk and say for just expand on that and build a modernized structure so that we will empower the same society.
So this project now, Usai we get for day.
Don't start them like a pilot stage first now, Freetown. Well, soon we're going to begin extending on the district because we strongly believe, say, the youth are everywhere in the country. But any project you ever begin at the pilot stage, it depends on how committed and responsibility and discipline the youth them will show. For change those doubt in Thomas system, whether we don't say the youth they're not disciplined and they're not responsible. So if we don't begin prove them wrongly at the society, then we'll confuse the leadership when I Excellency Julius Maada Bio for able to give the resources for able to extend them now the other district them.
So how long this project will take?
This project is a continuous project. As you can see, this is a modernized structure with a bill for the youth. Them they are going to control the entire facility. Now they get to employ the youth them for let them work, and then get to also manage the money the way they collect. And out of that money the way they collect, they go able to repair the building. So like a continuous project this.
You don't go na different sites outside and they do this project. So far, what do you think about how far the people the engineers them don't do so far concerning the car wash centers them?
Yeah, the engineering so far, because the time limit will be give them now 2 months for let them able to complete the car wash project, because we look at the demand of the youth them now the society, they're on the height on term of taking care of the livelihood. So now we cannot give them a long time. And today me and my team plan for do a spot visit and announce to the contractor them and even to the youth them also, because we left the youth them for let them monitor the project because now they get time. So the moment we arrive at the scene them, we were able to realize the contractor them they do their work, because we as a government this time around we believe in delivery. And we not only believe in delivery, but also believe in effective monitoring of any project or any contractor.
Okay, issues around youth now one way like most people concerned about. So some man way go they wonder say why make the ministry decide for take car wash project where like other thing and we don't decide for the youth in the country.
Don't begin a lot of projects within the ministry, but as a government you can also agree with me and say government it takes time for certain project for come at the limelight because involved into a lot of documentation and procedure. And under the new direction, we want to do something transparent to the people of this country, and we want to deliver to the people of this country. At the same time, the people has to hold us accountable for any project who they take to them. So now I make it therefore under the youth ministry they ensure that anything they do is transparent. You will agree with me, say, oh, assume of is the first project we will begin, we will implement now the National Youth Service, give opportunity for the youth of this country. When I graduate them, we'll let them give volunteer service to the distribution, as well as let them provide job, let them get the required job experience we are available for the job market, and as well as also a lot of fight against from the cut across tradition and mitigate against the psychological brainwash where we don't long ago affect the youth of this country, for fight against that and totally wipe them out. We just launched the Youth Entrepreneurship Project. We also give opportunity to the youth of this country, and also we get also the NICOM, who would also they provide technical and skill training, Abbas and Joe Institute, but also the youth of this country. So we're not just limited to car wash. There are a lot of projects under the youth ministry, which Excellency Thought and Fit say we will empower the youth of this country.
Okay, so the people who then get for be part of this car wash, how na get for select them?
It has to come from the youth themselves. I mean, we are not part of the selection process. We're not going to be part of the selection process. So now make the entire project with delegates to them. Already there was an existing car wash now any center will go meet. So those car wash, this existing structure will be done there. Now the same one get for be back. They now get for appoint the chairman, now they get for appoint the accountant, now they get for appoint the other youth man who they get for wash. They have to be in control and they have to take responsibility.
In name na Lucine Kalom, and in the Deputy Minister of Youth Affairs, it be the end of interview day with reporter Princess Pierce. Also, he talk about the car wash project where they carry on a different part them na the city after the on-the-spot check where the ministry go do for see how the work na then car wash center they also na different part of the city they carry on. The program na midday show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM na Freetongue, and you see most of the get we online on www.radiodemocracy.sl with support from Musiwa and powered by AfriCell, and we will bring them to you a name Abdullahi Bla. We come again to we other studio guest we na Elizabeth Sise, Public Relations Officer na the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology. You don't talk about different transformation or developments them way you say they go on at the college for meets to the standard them way if day. Over the years, the college don't they face any challenge? If so, who's one them?
Yeah, the college don't they face challenge. One na finance. Some people go say, well, afterwards, so I get students then they pay fee, but the fees where the students and they pay not enough for take care of the warnings of the college. That's why we can always seek for help. We always call on past students, and because Milton Magai get illustrious past students, them we don't make name for themselves, we don't stand out in society. That this is a time for you give back, because that's not the one big challenge where we face.
On Milton Magai they get subvention from government.
We they get support from government. Of course, we get support from government, but as I can tell you, governments get so many picking them. The hand stretch. So the kind way we go want for TNAP, we need help elsewhere. We get subvention. Where that subvention they will be they get then in just to take care of we salary. As soon as them pay staff salary, then nothing else not left. And if you see the colleges, big colleges, then they get 3 campuses for maintain them. You can imagine waiting you to spend on maintenance alone. The school fee we they get, not even enough. Milton Magai to a business place for say we they run business.
So how una don't able for as a college don't able for get along or even beat that challenge?
Well, that's not one of the thing we make. In the past years, people they say, oh, Milton Magai is this, Milton Magai is that, because until most of the past administrators, they wouldn't get, just rely on that subvention the way they come, rely on the school fees. We, of course, not to make you do anything. So when this present principal take the mantleship and look into all that and say, no, if I really want to improve this college, then I have to go the extra mile. And one thing, to that, chair principal says don't have office no is up and about looking.
So waiting at the extra mile where the college don't go for able for sustaining itself.
Well, we don't do some project writing them, proposals to people, and we are waiting for the outcome. Some of the outcome they don't begin come as a cities, but they are projects they on the pipeline, and then they will be very big. We lab, then they say not true for project to write. We get all we able for equipped with lab so and able for books now, so we get the best lab in the country, even for the library and even for the Congo Coast campus. Just inside last week, investors from Nigeria become We're in the administration alongside with the Minister of Education. We're all there to welcome him. We're in CAM now for CAM gives support to the technical aspects of the college.
Okay, recently the Miltimagai College of Education and Technology pulled a public notice. We then notify the public, say the Miltimagai College of and say the public is hereby informed. They inform the public, say Dr. Philip John Kano, they don't reinstate, meaning they don't put them back for the current Miltimagai Council staff, for make be staff back, the current principal na this college also. Meaning some issue been there this BNTMia na the college we get for do with the principal and in leave of office or not. Just give me background to that and make people know exactly what be happening.
No, this notice not for now. This notice now for something we've been to happen years back when the principal was a lecturer here. That notice come out from the Polytechnic Council. Okay. When the principal took up mantleship as principal, it be make an appeal. Because as I tell you now, somebody in Miltimagai doing HTC, doing beard, and even work for years in Miltimagai. But there was an incident with the then administration, then in that era, 2011, wherein it was allegedly accused of insubordination, that is disrespecting the administration. And so the then council they set up a committee wherein after the committee be meet, then they been dismiss them from in job, meaning that they sack them from in job.
That who stemmed this?
That was in 2011.
Okay.
So where he came back now as principal, now he's appointed as principal of Miltimagai, he made an appeal to this present council about that issue because as far as he was concerned, it was unfair to him. He not been deserved such punishment. So he make an appeal and this then council will listen to him and set up a committee where they form form of council members.
Inside the college?
Yes.
The Miltimagai college?
Yes, the council of the college.
Okay.
So it may take some members then from that council day for look up into this matter.
Okay.
For know what thing be happen, how they be investigate them and how they come to that decision day for dismiss them from the college. So when this council come up with the findings, then we find out for say the committee where them is set then not be ever recommend for let them dismiss them. What the committee recommended was for let if then tell and say let them ask and say if he feels say the college not conducive again for them for let work day, then he get the prerogative for let left. That is if he been get for left serve the college. Now if for decide say I don't want for work with this administration again
so
and I resign.
Then why the issue or the news of him being sacked then telling the why?
So that is it. The committee will been looking to it, not been see anything substantial way for make them dismiss them. Then the other thing back when they find out about was the time lapse. The incident that he was accused of happened something like 3 months before he was investigated. So the committee look into it. Why that time lapse? If you were accusing somebody for say of insubordination, disrespecting, when that incident happened, then immediately action should have been taken against that person.
Why now he decide for can appeal after 2011? He don't go for some time. Then this BNTM they approve him for be principal, and now he can appeal for the decision will be to happen back then.
Well, they say justice can be delayed but not denied. You know, sometimes now if we'll say he's back now as principal. He don't come back
now na yeah.
He don't come back
on imposition.
He don't come back na college. When now he feel say if for appeal.
So now we be principal na decide way people in the work under the people who
of course council not the work under council is above him. Now in the under the council. Now in the under that's why if council been the work under him, what if I don't do? If I don't instruct council say do this and do that. But he made an appeal to council.
How genuine this appeal is or how sincere this appeal
this is something about somebody's character that has been tarnished. Because for you didn't place then sack you and the news. I was not then working at Miltimagai, but it was something that was widely spread that this is this. So his character has been blemished.
Back then.
And so if him feel to say, now is the time for me for let a wipe off, because now is maybe sometime where he been there out of it working elsewhere. Of course, he might not go still come back, but being that he don't come back now, memories will come up. He go must remember what me don't happen to our we been denier. So he decided for say no, this thing was unfair to me, and he made an appeal to the council for them to look into it. And the council did just that. They not just say okay, we agree to your appeal. They set up a committee. We also investigate, and the committee I can tell you is made up of respectable people, because council is made up of respectable people in society, where we have legal people also there. And so then come up and say,
you get padded and they.
No, you're not gonna say you get paddy. You're not gonna say you get paddy then. I don't want you to take that line for say sometime then equal.
The people that will be taking that decision then still they or they be don't left.
Of course, this is another council.
This
is another council. This is another council we did that first. In fact, that first council don't go about 2 council back.
This is a new
council we come.
They can overturn the past decision.
They not just overturn them. They not just say, okay, we go over. They investigated into it. And as I tell you, these are the findings that they find. Okay. If this person, the recommendation that was given, not to for let them sack this person, but for let them tell the person, say, if you feel say this environment not conducive for you for work, then leave her.
Documents been there to the effect?
Of course, that's what the people work on.
Okay.
They went to the archives. And secondly, they look at the time lapse where they. Why, if this person misbehaved, why action not been taken until after 3 months, then the case come up? So, of course, they look into all and they know say something fishy and it was really unfairly done. Now, some man will say the person is always the principal. So, what's the use of saying again, stating him? Being a principal now, if he was not reinstated, if he left this position as principal, there's an appointment that was given to him. He can wake back one morning and say, we no longer need you to be principal of Milton Magai. Then that is the end of his stay at Milton Magai.
But say he used imposition now for restore himself based on what he
use imposition for restore himself, if I just do dandy without going through the council. If I don't do dandy, say arrest me. That is an administrative.
Say just use the council and make.
He did it to make it authentic. No, he did that. He go through the right channel, to the right procedure.
Right.
He is the head of the administration. If he had wanted to just place himself where he wants to be now, he not even need council not for even know. He could just instruct the registrar, I want to become a staff of this college, put me back in American. No.
Okay.
But he went through the proper procedure and he did that. And the advantage is that now that he is a staff, if he left as principal of Milton Magai, he will still be a staff able for lecture. And in character, we been get blemish and stain. Don't feel
all right. In the public relations officer for the Milton Magai College of Education and Technology, Elizabeth Sise, and the day also this afternoon for Telubo development them at the college and other issue them we don't happen at the college this BN term. The program is still a listen to now midday show. It comes from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we bring them to you and name Abdullah Bla. Be part of the program. Send text message to the number 077 981 981. We still get again at the studio Patrick Chia where na the country director for Water Aid Sierra Leone. Patrick, tomorrow is World Water Day and it's a commemoration. What, as parts of the wash sector in Sierra Leone, you've been a key player. Is there anything for Sierra Leone to celebrate or commemorate in terms of water in availability or the celebration? Is there anything to celebrate?
Yes, Abdullah, there's a lot to celebrate. 4 or 5 years ago, the access to water rate was down. It was about 38%. So it increased. There were changes in how that percentage is calculated. At the end of the day, Sierra Leone is at about 40-something% of access. So it is increasing. And I think the will of the government is very strong. The past government, the current administration. Just in December, the president was at the National WASH Conference, where we look at like a scorecard, the grading system on how we are faring. Okay. These numbers come out independently, and we are improving access gradually. But it's a lot to celebrate, because we know that in celebration, it is what you've done, what you hope to achieve. So we hope that the political will continues. That political will comes with in-country financing. How is the government going to live up to its commitment to contribute the 5% that it says it would of GDP towards WASH, and how we're going to hold them accountable? But it's a partnership. You know, we do our best and they do their best, and together we are counting on them to continue with the political will, to urge partners, to urge citizens that this is what is your right to water, sanitation, and hygiene. We signed up to it through the Sustainable Development Goals. So we are celebrating the political will. We're celebrating the push to continue to supply people with water in the rural areas. Okay. So there's a lot to celebrate, but there's more to be done.
Okay, the coincidence of your 10-year celebration and the celebration of World Water Day. Your 10 years celebration is something like a week-long one, right? So what are planned activities as an organization, for this celebration in the country?
Okay, thank you. We are cognizant of the fact that we operate on unrestricted funding and donor funding. And we are an organization that is very, very much aware of the austerity process going on in the country. And so we didn't have a lavish celebration per se. But through where we work, and even today at the Radisson Hotel, we will be honoring in the presence of the British ambassador, the High Commissioner, the Deputy High Commissioner, a representative from DFID, the Deputy U.S. Ambassador, a representative from JICA, Irish Aid, and other international organizations here, to not only share what we have done, but to also say this is where we are. With your support, we can continue for the next 10 years. And the vision is quite simple: reaching everyone everywhere in Sierra Leone with clean water, improved sanitation, and better hygiene. So we are going to show what we've done over 10 years. And quite frankly, our selling point is sustainability. Can you imagine any other NGO sitting here and talking to you that in 1986 they completed over 1,000 boreholes and 48% are still working? We're talking well over 35 years. So we are telling them, give us your support. And it's not only financial. People mostly look at financial, but there are resources. And we, with the government, other partners, will reach everyone everywhere by 2030.
After 10 years in Sierra Leone, you've been working in Kailaun, Kenema, and Pujong. Are there any plans to move to other districts as part of widening your scope to reach more people? For the fact that we still have many communities that are deprived of pure, affordable water facility.
Yes, we have. As part of our strategy, we were in Banff district before. We pulled out of Banff due to our transboundary approach. We used to be linked to Liberia. However, we have plans to go back to Banff because that was one of the areas that Water Aid first settled when it came back in the 80s. We went to Kono, Tonkolili. We're all in those places. However, given the current dimensions of how policy works, government delineate areas where NGOs can operate. Our plan to spread around is not only construction of taps and toilets or water, but also through our advocacy work. Recently, the government flagship Quality Free Education Program, we met with the coordinator to tell them this is how you put watch facilities in schools. So that's one area where we are working nationally. Okay. But also we are linking
facilities in schools.
Yes, because we do wash in schools. Okay. It's one of our flagship programs.
In the whole country or
no, in the districts in which we're working. So if we are working with the national coordinator, we can show them the model of what a proper wash facility in the school looks like, and they can replicate that.
That capacity building.
Exactly. Through policy, through training, through cross-learnings.
Okay, stay with us in the program. In name na Patrick Chia and in the country director Water Aid Sierra Leone. Quickly, we go na police usai. The head of police media superintendent Brahma Kamara don't confirm to Radio Democracy say police don't arrest one Aruna Kamara we then suspect say na him been kill and throw away one woman in dead body na one dirty box na Colbert community na the eastern part na Freetown. Well, for more on this, day we join with reporter Wani Gauja.
From March 12, where this 28-year-old Umu Commander be lost na Colbert community, in family member them be worrying and go make statements na police. Finally, inside March 15, when I be about 3 days ago, then community people here be go find this body inside one gutter. Outside people and the throw dirty na Colbert community.
I want no more man again to go so. But so nobody only understand.
But how then community people here be able to find this body? Where they continue for explain. The sister to this woman na Bonjama Commander he be get this for say.
I dey sell na dey the information go meet me say then kill posse down yonder, then bury another dirty box. But I don't really know who that na the posse. Later on I can know say na me own sister. We go there and then tell we say they say na two bobo then they go for go dig iron, na they then see the body. So we can look now we own posse, we identify the close way and well. God this community, they don't tell where they kill. They don't kill, we don't see no action where government they take. They don't kill, now the other killing this back where they don't do. The body, if he not to kill and kill and prosecute for door, you go meet and say na hold it for door. But then take the body, they put her inside that Ebola plastic. Inside the Ebola plastic, now they then put her, they then take the thing at the cardboard side and bury her and tap it. So me sure say na kill and kill her. While the government take action against them, make this strip here, make them pull it all like
The first person where them community people here be called, the same way them find this body, na be chief na the Kanike community, Chief Ibrahim Kamara.
So I see people them, they on up and down, helter and skelter, na the community. See they see one deceased body, na yabundo over the bridge. You understand? So whilst I on the way coming, I go try for go pray after my prayers. So I can't try for observe, and indeed I see the body, and the body almost don't decompose. So from there, I try for investigate. I get a lady when I want Aminata, we try for begin explain to me. See from the terrain boyfriend, we go try for go call him where the app's gone. You understand me? She's entering the day. The pikin never come back. First when they can get but in that one. The Aminata day, she's a friend to that Umude. Tell like where the murdering they all take place. The person dress and full, they take rope, they tie the arm stem, attend for any leakage within the body, let it explode outside. And secondly, by virtue of the body, I see an ordinary draws, the baby the deceased in there which when the body. So from there, the side the man can intervene and the defense in a kill them killer.
From waiting I get her from this Umu commander in Paddy, when I told him Umu be tap, he say the person where he last see this Uma with, na be in boyfriend. We be make his suspect say this boyfriend get anpa in Paddy in Taiwan.
Wednesday, the boy go up to me. He meet to Sidona Junction and boyfriend Auna. Now he get for say in Cynthia, I say na to ya come. He say I don't tell her say he left for registry. He no agree. Now me say and I say Auna what they can do. Now I say na he dey take rent in there na Auna yan. I say because what am I to na begin now na the end. Now I call Umu. Now in Comonado. Where Comonado na end them go. From there now we not see Umu. This morning I go up because I'm picking net in the vomit. Now I say Adam I Umu. Now Adam I say you no see him. Now I say Umu if you cow they can make a la. I say because that picking no well. From where go then days I will not see him. From though we read they say they see body na go tire. Now the cow come.
Yeah. All the link here where police get for this case. Make them be go in search of this Aruna Kamara when are the late Umu in boyfriend. And Superintendent Brahma Kamara confirm say they don't arrest them.
The police be there on the lookout. We get information say this person make a report. We Alusan can report say a loss. When a woman commander, they go send a call bot. They na one gutter. He done there. But in beware this PPE. This thing way they used to give that time for that Ebola. You know, so that may make them get for call. The police go there. The community members and come. And with the help of the community members, the police and we have to take the body. At that point, they take and go na mortuary. Information the way comes, tell you say the last person they be say I'm with, and boyfriend we they call Auna. So police media on the lookout for this Auna, and then not able for all this Auna now around the Eastern Police. So he didn't have custody, they help with the investigation.
Well, that's not the head of police media, where na Superintendent Brahma Kamara, where they confirm to Radio Democracy say they don't arrest one Aruna Kamara, where they suspect say been killed and throw away one woman dead body na one dirty box na the Colbert community na the eastern part na Freetown. Well, Radio Democracy they continue for bring you more on that issue there on other program them. Quickly, we'll not get them again inside the program. I come to you, Elizabeth Cisse, Public Relations Officer at the Milton Magai College of Education. If somebody want to know more about cause them and other things them na the Milton Magai College of Education, how this person will able to contact the college? Quickly, we'll not get much time.
Well, we get 3 campuses. And we get na Godrich campus, we get na Brookfields, and we get na Congo Cross. If Posse wants any information, you can just go to any of the 3 campuses there, they ask for the registry, and whatever information you want, you go get them.
Plenty thank you. Will you be part of the program midday show? Quickly to Patrick Chair. We don't have much time. I just want you to say bye to listeners, and thanks for coming.
Thank you, studio audience, and also the listening public. Remember, Water is life. Everyone, everywhere, 2030.
Okay, that's na Patrick Chia, we na the country director for Water Aid Sierra Leone, and it is this afternoon for tell we about an organization where they deal with water business at the country, and they don't take 10 years, and they celebrate that in line with the World Water Day, when tomorrow 22nd March 2019. The program is going to listen to now midday show. It comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and I had this edition go left you plenty thank you to the producer Alex Logan Skoroma, executive producer Michael Sambula, and to you don't give me technical support DJ Sugarcane, Moses Kavura, and team we don't make you see we live na Facebook. Me we bring you this edition. My name na Abdullah Blah, and you yourself you don't listen. I want to say plenty thank you. So till next time we another edition will come to you. For now I go say tata, but continue for listening as we get another program where they come